You can't choose your own creations here, Nick, but if you were to give a recommendation to us of an amazing immersive experience from the last, I don't know, 12 to 18 months, what would you choose?
Um, I guess the thing that's blown me away the most in terms of both technology and just the experience of being there and what's possible is the Marshmallow Laser Feast installation that I went to see at the Saatchi Gallery, which I guess was, I was going to say last year. It can't have been last year. It must have been 2019, I
I think it
think.
was a couple of years ago now, yeah.
Which was, is it called We Live in an Ocean of Air?
That's
Is
right.
that right?
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's right.
And so just it's one of the few things where you had to, it was ticketed and you had to get a slot and you went along, and what I loved about it, there was an air of mystery where you didn't really know what to expect. What was amazing is, I mean, you had a VR headset on, so you expected to see these things around you. You thought you could interact, but they had this really clever part where they had a sensor where you could actually see your breath. And I wasn't expecting that at all. I don't think anyone was really. And the first time you sort of breathed out, you could actually see your breath like blue bubbles coming out of your mouth, and it was just amazing. And it was, the whole piece was about the interaction between us breathing out and trees and CO2 and everything, and making us realize that we are part of our environment and we're intrinsically linked through atoms, and etc. And it was just such an amazing way to do it. And I can't think of any other medium that would be capable of doing that. But you suddenly got these, almost like spirits around you, and you realised it was the other people, and you could see their breaths as well, which was fantastic.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize you could see theirs as well.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
yeah. And you,
That's a really good example. I love that as an example. Not least, and I know partly from conversations with people who were alongside Marshmallow Laser Feast on that journey, that it wasn't, it was very risky to present what they did and the way they did, but for it to be at a gallery, for it to be a socially engaged piece of art, for it to not shy away from the need to onboard people properly into an experience, and because it's VR and there's a backpack, and think those things through. I mean, yeah, it's still it's a good yardstick for us all, isn't it? In terms of like, well, that's as good as it can be. Let's keep working. It's great. And again, just that ability to get technology making people thinking about nature and our relationship with nature. I think that's just great, because yeah, what better thing to do with it?
well, I think for a lot of people, technology is the enemy of nature, and it really isn't. So it's kind of challenging that thinking as well, isn't it?
Definitely. So, Nick, you're also a research fellow with XR Stories, as of very recently. Would you be able to tell us a little bit about what your research, what you're planning on focusing on?
Yeah, I was made a research fellow, obviously because the team at XR Stories have been interested in my work to date. So, I'm just completing a PhD at University of Sheffield, which is around immersive storytelling. So I'm looking, to follow that on, and projects like Space Time Suites in the Sky, like Protopian Tales, and my work, it's approaching immersive technology from a creative viewpoint, and also trying to engage the public in this kind of work, so they see it as something that is for everyone, not just people with a VR headset or people that go to art galleries a lot. Yeah.